Welcome, Drutter Brothers, to Game 2 of the playing games of Drutter Madness. Bringing to you live the action between Boston University Terriers and Robert Morris Colonials. Two teams hoping to get in as the 16th seed. Always feels kind of like a game to play in to lose, but as we've seen, 16 seeds can get it done. It's rare, but don't count these squads out just yet as we get off to a rough start with a miss. Last game, NC State, UCLA could just not buy a bucket. Let's see if these two teams shoot a little better here. I know everyone's still got the jitters. I do. The world's going crazy. How about yours? No, my world's on fire. How about yours? Smash Mouth. Hashtag Megan Peters. That's a shout out. Her favorite band is Smash Mouth. If you see her on the street, sing it to her. She'll love it. And another miss. Both teams coming out a little flat here. Maybe it's in the legs. Hopefully they're not short of breath. If you are, have a fever, call your doctor. Good luck though. All right. And as we have there, we see some scoring leaders that we are not in charge of those graphics, so please do not take those seriously. As Boston swings it inside, the jump shot, and it's blocked! Neither team can buy a bucket yet. Both teams taking a page out of NC State's book with some tough D to start the game as we get a fast break layup off the steal. That is number 5, Walter White. The 6'6" guard out of New Haven, Connecticut. Plays 30.2 minutes a game for Boston here, bringing it up the court again. Trying to get something going on offense is Walter White. No, he's never spent any time in New Mexico, so don't ask him. Spelled differently with a Y. Why do you ask? So we can avoid that confusion. All right, back to the action as I believe Walter White puts it up inside for 2 and gets fouled. Yes, Walter White. The Boston guard really taking matters into his own hands here. Scores 13 points a game, second leading scorer on the team, but he is on a mission to keep Boston ahead in this one and push them into that field of 64. The 67.1 free throw percent shooter knocks both of them down to put Boston up 2. Robert Morris bringing the ball up court. That looks like it might be forward Giannis Mandy bringing it up. Nope, my mistake. That was guard AJ Brahma. Dribbles. What's he waiting for here? Come on, it's all about movement. It's part of the fundamentals. Movement. Ball moves faster than the man. Swing it outside, young man. You can't do it all yourself. Number 21 is John Williams is just sitting out there waiting for that 3. He's a 39.6% shooter. And there it is, getting it inside. John Williams will go for the and 1. His number, normally wearing the number 1 jersey, number 32 today. Must be some sort of mix-up or contamination deal there. Number 1 in your hearts, number 32 on the jersey. John Williams for Robert Morris. Putting him back in the lead with the 3-point play. And inside with the big dunk! That's gotta be big forward Max Mahoney. Leading scorer for the Boston Terriers. Had a hell of a game in the Patriot League title, scoring 18 points and 10 rebounds. Puts down a thunderous jam to give Boston the lead back as Robert Morris dribbles around the outside, swings to the corner. Look inside there. I thought he had him open on the block, but he dribbles around, waiting for something to develop. Not liking what he sees, pulls it out, and he draws the foul on a block. Interesting call there. I would have left that with a no call, perhaps. The refs may be playing this one a little tighter, trying to keep a game clean. Understandable, but back in the corner, Robert Morris doing a lot of dribbling this half. You know, the coach might have some words for him at half about swinging the ball around, teamwork, passing, all the stuff you kind of want to see in the tournament. How is we not getting a 5-second call here? What is going on? This is insane. I have never seen this. Is he going to get a shot clock violation? And he puts it up and gets bailed out with a foul. This is Drutter Madness. There's no other way to put it. This is Drutter Madness. I don't know if guys are just in their own heads or what is going on. That's guard AJ Brahma dribbling around out there. Again, these players wearing new jerseys today. He sinks the free throw, sinks both, puts him back up by 1. Really got bailed out there. AJ's really got to start passing the ball. Dribbles back up. Walter White with the ball. Swings it inside to Max Mahoney, who draws the foul on that end, on the other end for Boston. A lot of fouls here early on. Again, it might be the jitters. Players getting overexcited. You know, I know I'm hyped up. Woo! As we swing the ball around, it's Charles Bain with the errant pass inside, but it looks like it will be Boston ball. No, Robert Morris will keep the ball. Must have been tipped. Lucky break there. They pass it back in. As John Williams dribbles inside, kicks it out to AJ Brahma. John Williams with the 2. It won't go. Short off the front of the rim. And Walter White dribbles back up for the Boston Terriers. Boston is, located, of course, in Boston, Massachusetts, along the Charles River, right near Fenway. How much does a Fenway? No, it's Henway. Well, Fenway is no way. That's no way to go. As Robert Morris misses inside again. John Williams off his game? Or was that forward Giannis Mandy? Sorry, I will get back paying attention to this game instead of worrying about Fenways and Henways. Nice move inside there by guard Jalen Hawkey, number 4. Unless they switch jerseys on me, folks. That could have been John Williams has been wearing number 33 out there. Oh, poked away by Boston. They've got some active hands this game. You know what they say, idle hands is the devil's plaything. Keep those hands active, young man. Get some few breakaways. Maybe pull out in the lead. Not playing favorites here. BU versus RMU. Me and you here live on Instagram. Big shout out. Not really. Small shout out. No one even knows we're here. Sorry, folks. I do not have my co-commentator here. So if we are commenting, I cannot respond at the moment. Again, all emails should be addressed to Drutter Brother Kleiny. All complaints, that is. Any compliments, well wishes, please address to me, myself, Drutter Brother Cooley, over here at Drutter Brothers on Instagram as Walter White back at the line. Misses the first. That 67.1 free throw shooting coming a little clear there as he gets 1 of 2. That makes him 3 of 4 of the game, so still above average. But let's see if he gets back to the line later. That seems to be his most consistent way of scoring so far this game. As they get a quick one inside, but blocked down low by Sukmail Mathan, the big forward, 6'10", out of Shavertown, Pennsylvania for Boston. Says no down low to Giannis Mandy of Robert Morris. Boston can't connect on the other end and push ahead in that lead. So Robert Morris gets the ball back, drives in, kicks it out to the 3-point line. AJ Brahma drives in. No, that's Josh Williams. Kicks back out. Josh Williams and his brother both playing for Robert Morris this year. Josh, a senior, And John, as we've heard John's name plenty of times here before. Let's see if John and Josh can connect. As Boston gets the ball back, gets it inside to Charles Bain, who cannot make something happen. Robert Morris takes the ball back. A lot of back and forth here, not a lot of points scored. I wonder if the shortened halves, due to the current state of things, has got these players extra rattled. You know, they're a little ahead, a little more rushed, thinking they got to put up numbers. Guys, we're just here for a good game. We just want you to stay safe, and we're happy you can bring us any entertainment at all. It kind of looks like they're just going through the motions out there, almost simulated, if you will. But we know that can't be the case. As you can see there, we are live here in Drutter Brothers Studios. As Dante Tracy goes to the line. No, excuse me, that's not Dante Tracy. That's Javante McCoy. I was looking at Robert Morris. This is Boston at the line. Javante McCoy puts up the second, and it's good to put Boston ahead by 1. 10-9 with 3 minutes left in the first. A real nail-biter, but not a lot of offensive firepower. If you had the pleasure of watching Game 1 up at drutterbrothers.com/videos, you will have seen that game as well had some strong defensive performances. Robert Morris misses again, and Boston drives down. Walter White passing over to the wing. And back to Walter White. Let's see if they can get it inside to Max Mahoney. He's been a little quiet this half, coming off that 18-point game in the Patriot League Finals. I know they've had a little more off time, but you'd think he'd still be on his game. A lot of dribbling. I cannot say I'm a fan of it, and that pays off for Robert Morris with the tough defense. Yesterday we were talking about stouts because of the stout defense. I think today maybe we're more in the porter range. That's a beer reference for all you beer geeks out there, LOL. Haha. And if you're not into beer, a porter could also be, I believe it used to be one of the guys that would like hold the door or the elevator, like an elevator porter. You know, the guys that would drive you up and down. Somebody look it up, correct me, post, DM, whatever. Robert Morris goes to the line. That is Josh Williams to the line for the first time today. Misses the first, but sinks the second. He scores 13.6 points per game to pace Robert Morris. He really needs to get it going if they want to push ahead here. But gets 1 of 2 to tie the game up as Boston goes back down, and inside with Sukmeo Mathin again with the nice spin move for 2. You know, only plays 16.7 minutes a game, but gives him 4.6 points and 4.7 rebounds. He's already got that big block we saw earlier and at least 2 points. He may have 4 already. Another big rebound down there by the big fella. Not a lot of substitutions this half. You know, with the shortened halves, we might see less and less of that. Starters really thinking they can go longer. Oh, and cannot get that one to fall, but he wants it. He's hungry. Robert Morris. Let's see if they can tie the game up. You know, they've got some guys who can hit from outside, but really not taking advantage of that as they drive in and lucky enough to get the foul there. That one on the big fella, number 41, Mappin, who we've been hearing on the offensive end. Not a bad play, not a bad play. We get DJ Russell to the line in the game for the first time today. Scores 1 of 2 to tie the game back up for Robert Morris. As we were saying, Mappin, you know, he really puts in some quality minutes for Boston. Let's see if they want to get it inside to him again. They feed the big fella. But the double down. Able to poke their hand in there and strip it out. That quick guard play from Dante Tracy, poking the ball away. Good defense from Robert Morris. 1 minute left. Let's see if either team can make a statement here at the end of the half. Pushing it inside there. That's DJ Russell again, down low. He's got 3 this half off the bench. Walter White with the ball, pacing him, gets it inside to Mappin. Back out to Walter White. Not a bad three-point shooter, almost 35% from outside. Neither of these teams really shooting from outside, you know. Robert Morris, Josh Williams over there shoots 41.7%. As the Boston keeps working it around, the shot clock winding down and poked away again by Robert Morris. Robert Morris closing the half strong with a thunderous dunk from number 11 on the jersey, but number 20 on the stat sheet, Charles Bain, 6'8" junior out of Freeport, Great Britain, saying, "Feed me." Getting down the court for the dunk. And a foul here at the end of the half. See if Boston can close the gap going into the locker rooms. Both teams really kind of turning it on here in the last minute. Let's hope they come out that strong at half. We'd love to see that energy continue. Give us the game that people deserve. And Walter White puts down both in a quick steal, but he will not. He puts up the deep three, and it will not fall. A good end of the half for both teams. That last minute turnover, you can't really blame on Robert Morris for trying to make something happen. Here's the play of the half, down low for Robert Morris. That really kind of kick-started their last kind of push there at the last minute. And here we go. We have some halftime entertainment for you folks. There you go, folks. If you watched the last game, you know that's currently my favorite word. Somebody please write in some suggestions. Some quick stats for you at half. As we've been saying, neither team shooting great. And now, before we get started, a quick word from our sponsors here at Drutter Madness. Of course, Drutter Madness is produced in partnership with Drutter Brothers. Produced by Drutter Brothers. Sponsored by your lovable Drutter Brothers. And coming to you in courtesy of the Book of the Month, a new one, review pending. The wife is reading, so the review will be coming shortly. She flies through books lately. Fleabag, The Scriptures, check it out. Definitely on Amazon, but check your local bookstore first. The show is great. I'm sure the Scriptures are too. And the Wine of the Month, brought to you by Drutter Brothers Sankey. Reach out to him for all your wine needs, but this one, a nice Nero d'Avola, a Sicilian wine. Thanks for the hookup, my friend. As always, the wine and the friendship runs deep. And now, back to our action. Thanks for sticking with us. Of course, we received no funding other than from the Drutter Brothers, so a huge shout-out goes to them and Drutter Brother Nation. Thank you for watching. Let's get back to the game. 16-14, Robert Morris. Both teams with 6 timeouts. Don't think they'll need those. Let's go. Boston starts with the ball, and we have our favorite, Walter White, passing inside. Was that Soukman Mathan again? I believe he might be starting on the bench this half, though. That means they're pushing inside to the big fella, Max Mahoney. Not the same height as Soukmail, but you know, a little more heft at 235. Boston losing the ball on their end. Robert Morris comes back down with the 2-point lead. Let's see if they come out hot. Miss on their end as well. The energy is still there, but shots not falling, just like we saw at the start of the first half. Let's see if Walter White can get something going. And it looks like a foul called out front. Was that offensive? No, a reach on Robert Morris. You reach, I teach. That's the old saying. Don't know who came up with it. Old Jazz Staff Cooley was the one who first, not whispered it in my ear. That sounds a little creepy, but, you know, shouted it from the rafters at basketball practice growing up. You reach, I teach. So, although in that case, he reached and the ref taught. He said, nope, that's a foul. Walter White and a three, a rare three scene, and maybe that's why the shot's just not falling off the rim. You like to see the effort, though, out of Javonte McCoy there. You know, a 27.9 shooter, I would have let Walter White shoot that, but he's been more of a facilitator. Oh, excuse me, that was Jonas Harper who put up that three. He's a 34.6% three-point shooter, so you like the effort there. Got to try something different. Try to get back in this game. It's not working inside, although maybe just put Matthew back in. He's been pretty dominant. Robert Morris pushes the lead to 4 as Boston content to dribble out the shot clock again. Pass the ball. It's like, can I get in there and make something happen? I wish. These are the moments that make you want to break your TV. And a quick shot on the wing, and it looks like he knew what he was doing. Winding down the clock, lulling the defense to sleep, and sinking it with that silky jumper. Robert Morris back on the other end, and a reach from Boston. You think they would have learned their lesson, as Robert Morris got called for it last time. We maybe see some timeouts if we get into some foul trouble. Both teams being very aggressive here, and both teams getting on the floor. You love to see the hustle. We got a jump ball here or a foul? Jump ball, possession, Boston. Boston with the quick pass in and quick pass up. Loses it. Doesn't even look like a forced turnover, and the layup on the break put in by A.J. Brahma. That's 4 for him. Unless we're missing a few free throws he hit. 13 points per game. He's got a ways to go for his average. Again, though, these games are cut in half. White gets it inside to Max Mahoney, who goes up and gets the foul. Only a 58.3% free throw shooter. Let's see if he can take advantage of these fouls. Get something going down low. Oh, and rims out. Not a bad looking shot on that one. At least from a semi-professional amateur over here. The second shot. And can't hit either. As Max Mahoney continues to struggle to get things going. We feel for you, kid. Robert Morris passing around. A little better passing this half from them. As we try to drive inside here. Jump hop. Passes again over to Giannis Mandy, who dribbles, puts up the jumper, but stopped. Some good defense, at least on that end from Mahoney. Looks like we got Mahoney and Soukmel Mathon in. As Walter White drives to the bucket and puts in 2 for Boston. Score 2018. Robert Morris still on top. About halfway through, or 3 minutes into the second half here, Robert Morris has gone cold all of a sudden. Walter White with the energy, the upkeep. Is it the math? I don't think so. A math major, don't quote me on that. It just kind of, went with the whole story. I'm covering my tracks. All right, Walter White driving the energy, but does not work for Boston. Robert Morris comes back down, gets it on the wing, gets it inside by a nice slash by guard A.J. Brahma, but cannot get the roll. Robert Morris is a lid on the hoop, getting some good looks, putting up good shots, not getting the fall. Walter White dribbles out top for Boston, swings it over to the corner for Javonte McCoy, but cannot, or Jonas Harper, but cannot put that down. He's getting some good looks too. Both teams seem to have gone cold again. A very streaky game. Gets it inside, puts it up, the block, and no foul, but gets his own board and able to put it back up and get the foul called on. That's a foul on Max Mahoney there. Good defense, he could have used some rebounding help maybe. Got him on that second attempt. As Giannis Mandy goes to the line for 2. Misses the first, misses both. Usually a decent free throw shooter. Giannis Mandy out of France. Let's hope his family back there as well as everyone else's around the country and the world. As the shot from 3 goes up, and Jonas Harper finally able to knock one down. 3rd time's the charm, and that rings true here as the trifecta goes in on the 3rd attempt from Jonas Harper. 6'2" sophomore at Stamford, Connecticut, playing not too far away in New York here. As Robert Morris tries to answer with a 3 of their own, it won't go. Rebounded, and Boston has a chance to push their lead of 1 to 3 or 4 here. Gets it inside. Max Mahoney gets it back out. Back in, a little inside out game as Mahoney finds the dunk. And Boston really finding some energy here. Don't pour the tea yet, because it ain't a party till the game is over. And the net, no, they don't cut nets yet, but answering on the other end is Giannis Mandy. He's, he's usually pretty tough down there. 6'8", 230. He can bang with the best of them. Shoots 53.30. No, excuse me. I misquoted. Facts guy. Gave me the... I'm telling you, we're a mess over here still. We're getting it together, but it's a work in progress. Yeah, it is in my face. Thanks for the sign reminding me. Tracks brought to you by Pandora and Spotify. I am not spitting my own tracks at this moment. We will look to add that later. Please feel free to send in any singles to drutterbrothers@gmail.com. We will preview and possibly play on our next live broadcast of Drutter Madness. Now back to the action as Boston is still up 1, trading points here back and forth. Boston gets fouled, but it is not a shooting foul, and we are yet to hit the bonus. Gets it into Walter White, passes back, and that looked offensive, and it will be. A little too aggressive there. You love the energy, but you got to be careful as Javante McCoy just runs over Robert Morris defender. But on the other end, Walter White pokes it away, takes it himself, but cannot put it down for the and one. Let's see if he can put down both free throws and make the most of this steal opportunity. Well, the second most. Most would have been the three-point play. Gone and away. Dunk. Skunk. In your trunk. Let's hope not. See? That's why I don't lay the tracks. The first shot bounces in as Boston goes up 2. Walter White playing a heck of a game here. That's got to be at least 7 for him. And really getting the shooter's touch there, both bouncing home as Walter White adds 2 more to his tally and his team's, pushing their lead to 3, 25-22 over Robert Morris Colonials. Robert Morris out of Moon Township, Pennsylvania. So both located in that northeast United States region. I'm not too familiar with Moon Township. I think it's located on the other side of the state from Sun Township, but again, don't quote me on any of these facts except for the stats. And we do have stats, points per game, minutes per game, weights, heights. Those we are trying to be on point as best we can. And Walter White puts one up and cannot put it down, but the big fella Sukmil Mathan putting in the putback for his team. Those two have really put the team on their shoulders, pushing their lead to 5 with 3 minutes left in the second half. Our stadium here in New York has a similar dimming lights problem as we had over in Houston. Must be some new environmentally friendly lights, which we approve of, save the environment, but give us the heads up. So we apologize for technical difficulties. As AJ Brown bounces one in. The second won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Mathan. Pushes it up. Walter White dribbles outside, swings it over to Fletcher Tynan. First time in the game, and Boston cannot do anything with it. As Robert Morris takes the ball back. And we are waiting for a word. Did he step out? Yeah, it looks like Robert Morris stepped out there along the sideline. Good eagle eyes by our ref down there, Tony Bagliani. Not his first rodeo, but his first Drutter Madness. So congrats to Tony. Good steal attempt by Robert Morris, but looks like Boston will keep the ball. You love the hustle all these players are showing. We've seen a lot of bodies on the ground, and you must sacrifice the body for the game. This is Drutter Madness. You got to leave it all on the court. 2 pints in a quart. You don't want to leave 1 pint. You want to leave both pints. You don't want to be called half pint. Nothing wrong with being short, but you know, some people don't like being called half pint. It's supposed to be, say, leave it all on the quart, both pints. And at this pint, that's another pint for Robert Morris. As in pint as in point. We'll make it a point to come up with better jokes and puns as we go, but thanks for bearing with us. Robert Morris closes the lead to 3. Let's see. We have some followers. Shout out to Corey M33 and Gleazy. Thanks for joining. Luscious Malfoy. We appreciate all our viewers. Waves back. As I said, I don't have my co-host. Address your complaints to DB Kleiny. So we are having a hard time addressing any comments, waves, shout outs. And as you can see, I'm lagging behind the action here as Robert Morris puts down a 2 to stay within 3. Boston will not let that lead diminish as every time Robert Morris hits a shot, Boston seems to have an answer. Really moving the ball well on the outside, led by the leadership of Walter White. You know, only a sophomore, but really showing some skill leading the offense in this first game. Boston continues to work it down. Shot clock down to 6. Let's see if anyone will put it up. You'd think Jonas Harper or Walter, and that's Walter White from 3. That's a guy you want shooting it, but can't get it to fall as the shot clock winds down. And a quick timeout here as Robert Morris wants to discuss things over with 1:16 left. I don't know if we ever ran down the starting lineups, but we'll do that quick. Boston, we have Max Mahoney at forward, Walter White at guard, Javante McCoy at guard, and Jonas Harper, another guard. And getting to start this game, Alex Villarino, another guard, but playing a lot of minutes, as we've heard his name is Supmail Mathan. As we get started, Robert Morris with the starting 5 of Josh Williams, AJ Brahma, Dante Tracy, John Williams, and Giannis Mandy. Bring the ball back down. Charles Bain and DJ Russell getting some minutes in this game as well. I think we saw Jalen Hawking in there at one point. A 33.3% three-point shooter. We may see Hawking again here at the end of the game. As Robert Morris brings the game to within 2. Under a minute left. Boston holding, trying to waste some of that clock. But, you know, you want to get some points here. Only up 1. This is the nail-biter we asked for. This is Drutter Madness. 30 seconds. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Dribbling is Jonas Harper. He takes the shot. And it won't fall. And Robert Morris with another timeout. You got him. You can't take him with you. Cut. Quick timeout. We're back to the action. Had to refuel the old vocal box with some H2O, courtesy of Waterboy. I'm kidding. Adam Sandler's not here. If he's like to, he's invited. Robert Morris inside for the lead. It won't go down. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was the look you wanted. Inside. Inside for Giannis Mandy, and he cannot put it down. It was well contested by Boston. And a quick foul. Smart play to quick foul here. They tried to steal, didn't get it, made sure to foul. As Jonas Harper goes to the line, a 70.4% free throw shooter, sinks the first. He looks pretty confident up there. Does he have ice water in the veins? No, he can't hit the second, but Boston with the rebound. That'll hurt. You got to rebound on the defensive end, especially offensive boards will kill you. As Max Mahoney goes to the line. Makes the first. That's some clutch shooting there. Usually not a great free throw shooter. He really wants this one. And since the second, making up for his lack of offensive production throughout the game, putting in 2 big points here at the end. Big free throws from Max Mahoney. His family's probably in the crowd, located at home base New Jersey, not far here from New York. Although not many fans making the drive out these times. Although I think family may be permitted in the building, at least on a holographic level. And a quick deep pass to Robert Morris. What an inbounds play. And the quick three. And what a shooter's bounce for A.J. Brahma as the three bounces in. And Robert Morris only down one with 5 seconds to go. I don't think the foul trouble will matter at this point. Thanks for the graphics. Shout out to our team at EA Sports. As Boston gets a chance to go back up 3, Walter White is icy this game. Really wanting this one. Sinks the first. Let's see if he can put him up 3. And he does. Gonna need another big 3 from A.J. Brahma, who usually shoots 0%. Not a big three-point shooter, but put that one down. Let's see if John Williams or his brother Josh Williams will put one up here as we come down to the last seconds. Robert Morris needing a 3 to tie. Both Williams brothers, good three-point shooters, around 40% each. Looks like Jalen Hawking will be in the game. He's a 33.3% three-point shooter. Let's see if one of those guys puts it up. You got to put it up quick from the half. And it won't go. Boston pulling it out here in Game 2 of the first 4 play-in games of Drutter Madness. Here we go. We got a quick recap of a breakaway, some drive of the game from Robert Morris. You know, that's a little bit of a consolation prize. Tough fought from both teams. Congratulations, Boston. Moving on to the field of 64 as we go to the players of the game. We knew it. Walter White out of Boston, 13 points, right about his average. And we have shooting guard A.J. Brahma. No, that's not Brahma. That's Josh Williams. John Williams, excuse me. Getting my players confused here. Out of Robert Morris with 8 points. Too bad he couldn't knock down a few more of those threes, but well fought there. Thank you for joining us for Drutter Madness. And stay tuned for Game 3 of the first 4 play-in as the field of 64 is set to start tomorrow. Get your brackets in. Brackets are up at drutterbrothers.com. Thanks again for joining. See us next time. Or on a Druther time.